Good evening, viewers. Today we have a beautiful guest with us, the actress and politician Khushbu. I think so many people have been looking forward to your, presence, Khushbu ji. Really nice of you to join us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Pleasure. I'm sorry
Khushbu.
about yesterday. There was I had to
That
leave, so we couldn't do it yesterday.
yeah, that's fine. Viewers, here she is, and she looks as young as she has always. She must be having some kind of secret which she can share with us later. Okay. Friends, Khushbu started out as a child actor in the 1980s. She was one of the most popular female actors of South India cinema with over 100 prominent films. I've seen her in
200.
200, yes. And I think I've seen you in some Malayalam movies as well.
Yes, yes. Very few
Yes, yes,
Malayalam films.
yes. So from actor to wife, mother, and now politician, the evolution has been really rapid. She's described as a hardworking workaholic who is very aggressive in her work. She feels that BJP certainly has a foothold in the South now. And after hearing the news about Rajinikanth also, we also believe that there's going to be a massive change. Welcome to our channel, Khushbu ji. Really nice.
Thank you. Pleasure. Pleasure.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, what most of our viewers want to ask you first is, you had an accident recently, and
Yes.
they were all worried about you. So can you just tell us about what happened exactly, and then so that
No,
they know?
I was on my way to Kadalur for my party
Yeah,
meeting, and
yeah,
it so happened that I was going, and there was one container, 40 feet container, which tried to overtake another car in front of the container, and it came into my lane. It misjudged, came into my lane, and you know how it is with the containers, you don't have a control.
yeah.
So he moved forward, but the container from the back came and rammed into my car. So my driver was quite intelligent that he stopped, because on the right there was a 2 feet median, so we couldn't even move. If we had to go further, he would have squashed us completely on the right.
Yeah.
So we stopped, but despite that, he hit us from behind and ripped the car completely and took it
Where
along
were
with
you
him.
sitting? On which side were you sitting?
I was in the front on the passenger seat. I was in the front.
Oh,
My niece was sitting right behind me.
oh my God. So now are you okay after the accident?
Yeah, I had a mild concussion on my shoulder, so it's okay. I'm fine. Fortunately, they were saying that I might need a surgery, but I don't. I'm fine now. Thank you.
But do you feel that it was some deliberate attempt at?
No, Minaji, I don't want to
Mm,
even look into that
yeah.
side.
Mm,
I'm a very positive person, so I wouldn't want to leave a doubt anywhere that probably there was some kind of an attempt or anything. It's an
yeah.
accident. It's an accident. It happens every day. You see somewhere an accident happening. I was
Yeah.
fortunate that I came, unscratched. So that's it.
Yeah. We all know that you're not a Tamilian by birth. Can you tell us how you picked up this accent and how you started speaking so well and integrating yourself into Tamil Nadu? Yeah.
I think I should give the credit to the people I worked with. See, Tamil is one language as an actor until unless I do not understand the lines what I'm speaking, until unless I do not, understand what my co-actors are talking to me, I will not be able to give the right reaction.
Yeah.
So it was very important for me to understand the language. And I think when I was working, my biggest teachers were, of course, my directors, my co-stars, but I definitely would like to give credit to my lightmen, the production boys, the art department, the dancers, the fighters who are there with me. Because I used to spend a lot of time with them. I was never an artist who would finish my shot and go and sit in one place on my chair. I would mingle with the fighters. I would mingle with the lightmen. I would mingle with the dancers. So spend most of my time with them. So they would encourage me that speak in Tamil. Even if it's wrong, it's okay. We will correct you. But please speak in Tamil. Start speaking in Tamil. And I told them, I said, I want to learn the language. So I have gone drastically wrong. I have made terrible mistakes when it comes to language. But then it's all learning process, and I've enjoyed. And they have corrected me. So it was wonderful. So I think they were my teachers, basically.
What is your mother tongue otherwise, Khushbu?
Urdu.
Urdu. And how did you get into films? Can you tell me a bit about that?
I was a child actor, like you said. I started as a child actor in Mumbai, and it was Hema Maliniji's mother, Mrs. Jaya Chakravarti. So we used to call her Mummy Ji. She was universally known as Mummy Ji. So Mummy Ji actually asked me if I would like to do a film, because I think Ravi Chopra uncle had told her that he was looking for a child actor, and there was a huge star cast in the film The Burning Train. And
How old were you?
I was 7 or 8.
8, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Mummy Ji asked me, "Picture mein kaam karega?" So I think Ravi Chopra uncle saw me at Hema Ji's place, residence. I used to be a very regular visitor at Hema Ji's place. So I think Ravi sir saw me there, and he asked Mummy Ji to find out. So I told Mummy Ji, I was an 8-year-old kid, and I'm like, "Rose ek ice cream dega?" So she said yes. And then I was there on board, and Ravi Chopra uncle made sure that I had my cup of vanilla ice cream every day.
And how did you find the experience?
Oh, wonderful! I mean, you were surrounded by the the cream of stars. You had Hema Malini, you had Jitendra, you had Reena Roy, you had Denny Denzongpa and Dharmendra, and huge star cast. So everybody is around you. So it was a wonderful experience, and nobody treated you like a child actor. Ravi uncle was there, so you were taken care, and because they knew that I'm somebody who's recommended by Mummy Ji. So, they have to look after me well. So, and while I was shooting for The Burning Train, Manmohan Desai uncle was looking for somebody to play the younger Reena Roy and Naseeb. And that was again, the same thing where Hemanti was doing Naseeb. So that's when Manmohan Desai saw me, and then he was like, "This girl should be perfectly fine to play the younger Reena Roy." And I moved on, because it was a huge thing that you have a child actor who's recommended by the Hema Malini.
Yeah.
So she was the biggest star. So that is how it started off.
Yeah. And then how did you move to the South?
South was in 86. In fact, I did a film in 84. It was a silent film, which was to cater to all the languages. It was a 3D film, which never got made. So me and Arjun, we started our careers together in 84. But that film never got made. I was a gawky 14-year-old, didn't know a word. But then for me, I was very fortunate. It was a silent film, so I didn't have to speak anything. It was more of action. It was about Tarzan and Jane kind of a film, because it was a 3D film. But that never got made, and then I started doing films in Hindi. But that's when in 85 end, I got this offer from Telugu film, Kaliyuga Pandavulu, where D. Ramanadu sir was the producer, K. Raghavendra Rao was the director. They were introducing Venki in the film. And I was keen to do that film, because I thought, Suresh Productions, a huge production house. K. Raghavendra is somebody who's introduced Sri Devi to Hindi. And for me, when Venki was being introduced, for me, it was like, if they're introducing their own son, then they're not going to compromise on the production values. They're going to make sure that it's one of the best made films. So I wanted to be part of that. And actually, Venki saw me in one of my Hindi films, Meri Jang. There was this song called Bol Baby Bol Rock and Roll Where I Dance, with Javed Jafri. And that stuck with Venki. And Venki is the one who actually suggested my name to Raghavendra Rao sir and Ramanaju sir. Said that this girl should be fine for this role. Please find out. And that is how I came on board.
Yeah.
In fact, December is what we completed 30 years, and December is what Venki's birthday is coming up. So, I mean, it looks, it happened 30 years ago. It's like 3 decades, but it feels like it was just yesterday.
Yeah. I remember I remember you wearing a police uniform and acting in Ravi Chandra's movie, looking very, very pretty and young.
Yes, Ranadhira. Yes. That was my first film in Kannada. I was introduced in Kannada, 87.
Yeah. Very powerful director and powerful actor, Ravi Chandra. Yes. Yeah. So that's how you got into the movies in the South. And did you see a difference between the culture in Bollywood as well as in South, in Tamil Nadu?
No, I don't know how the Hindi films work now. But when I was doing Hindi films, I think it was just about work. Everybody was interested in work.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it, if you see the comparisons, you don't have to compare, because today you see South Indian, the most organized film
Yeah.
industry in the South. Of course, now, I mean, we all feel that, oh, you have caravans, you have the comfort level, but then you don't have the kind of relationship you all shared when
Yes.
we were working together. So I don't know how the Hindi film industry works now, because I haven't been there for many, many,
Yes.
many years. So ages. So I don't even know how that works.
Yeah. As a young actress, you went on to excel in your profession. People have loved your performances in movies. In fact, I believe even there's a temple built in your name. Is it true?
Yeah, somewhere in Trichy.
uh, Tamil Nadu, people are quite, I mean, they get absolutely overwhelmed by stars. Do you see that in any other state?
Oh yeah, you see that in Telugu.
Yeah,
I mean, Tamil and Telugu is something where they actually worship the stars they love.
yeah.
So I think the kind of fans and the fanatism you see in Telugu and Tamil, I don't think you get to see it anywhere.
What did you feel when you heard that they built a temple for you?
Actually, it's very funny because when the temple was built, I was shooting day and night. So I
Yeah,
didn't have time and I couldn't read Tamil then.
yeah,
So, the news came a little late. Even when people said there's a temple, I'm like, okay, because I was so busy with work.
yeah,
My whole idea was I have to finish and then move to the next shoot.
yeah,
So my mind was working on that. So I didn't react. But by
yeah.
the time it went in my head that, okay, finally there's a temple in your name. I think it was a little tad old news, so I didn't even
Yeah.
react to it.
Yeah. So this has happened to, I think, everybody from Shivaji Ganesan to MGR to now to Rajinikanth as well, isn't it? The same
Yes,
kind of
yes.
euphoria.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Then when did you get interested in politics? What made you want to enter politics? Because everybody knows politics is not easy, and you can't be that straightforward if you want to enter politics. I don't know if it's a different ball game now.
No, you can be honest. It's just that how you want to behave, how you want to, and what you believe in. That's all it matters. You have to speak the truth.
Yeah. So how
Um,
did you?
for I mean, people have been asking me to come into politics since 91, and I have been saying no. It was only in 2007 when, I thought that I should enter politics. You need a larger platform to address the issues.
Yeah.
But then I had cases in Supreme Court. And I did speak to my husband about it, that I would love to get on a political platform. And then he said, you have these cases in Supreme Court. So you finish with that, you win those cases, and then you decide which political party. Because if you enter the political party now and if you win the cases, then it's going to be like you got help from the political party, and that is why you have come out as a winner. And do you want to give your struggle, your war, and your battlefield of winning in a battlefield, do you want to give the credit to anybody else? I said, definitely not. That's my battle, and I'm going to win it single-handedly. So he said, finish that and then think about politics.
Yeah.
So I won all the cases in Supreme Court in 2010 April.
Was it the same case where you said something about virginity, and was that something?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It was the same case. There were like 46 cases filed in all.
My God.
24 cases were squashed in Tamil Nadu, but
Yeah.
22 cases were not squashed. So I had to take those cases to the Supreme Court, and I fought in Supreme Court for 4 long years.
Yeah.
And finally, I did get the verdict in my favor. So 2008 to 2005 April, no, 2010 April, I won the cases, and 2010 May, I joined DMK.
Yeah. It's something like what Kangana is facing now for saying something that she thought.
Yeah, I think people, they think because it's a woman, she's going to be scared, she's going to get completely petrified and move into a corner. At times people do not realize that you're knocking at the wrong door, boss. It's not the same case with every woman.
Previously, your skills were never utilized by DMK or by Congress. Now that you've moved to BJP, somehow people, I mean, especially our viewers, feel that you're now in the right party. And that because of the way you work, people have seen the meticulous way you work and the way you speak, everything. So they feel that you are now in the right party. So how did you get into this? When did you think about getting into the party, and now how do you feel about it, and what are your plans now?
Thank you. But to be very honest, there were quite a lot of brickbats also. So
Yeah.
I was expecting that. I knew that there were going to be brickbats. I knew there were going to be memes, and I did not say 6 years I have given to Congress. So I was a very, very loyal party worker there. I was given the status of a national spokesperson,
Yeah.
and for 6 years I really worked hard for the party, defending them at all the odd times, defending the indefensible.
Yeah.
I have done all
I
of
think
that.
I think I've argued with you on Twitter as well.
Oh yeah, okay, okay. So it's all about. See, everybody wants to grow. Okay, so and there were certain things in the party which I was not happy about,
Yeah.
and I quit. And I decided to quit Congress way back in Feb,
Yeah.
before Corona, before the COVID. And my only thing was like, I joined the party when Sonia ji was the president. As soon as I joined the party, I met Sonia ji. So I thought that it would be right on my part to show her the respect, go to Delhi and hand over my resignation to her. But the party worked in such a way that they didn't allow me, that I could show that
That's
respect
smooth.
to Sonia ji. Yeah, smooth. It was. I didn't. No, not ugly. I haven't made it ugly, but my hurt is very, very evident. And people who are there in their positions, they will know as to
Yeah.
why I quit the party. So nobody can question me from the Congress why I quit the party.
Yeah.
They will, because they know the answers. People who are there
Yeah.
in the positions, they know the answers that why I quit the party. And I have been thinking about BJP, but then I had my own thoughts and my own ideas whether I'll be doing the right thing, whether I'll be making the right decision. So I thought over it. I thought over it for a long time. And then, I mean, my husband has been a huge support system for me. So the first thing he said, will you be able to manage BJP? You're the one who've been speaking against them for 6 long years. So will you be able to speak for them? So I said, listen, it's finally about the country, people who do well for the country, who have very clear ideas as to what they want to do for the country. And though I have been in Congress, I have been very supportive of our Honorable Prime Minister on many occasions, whether it was about abolition of triple talaq, whether it was about the farmers' bill or national education policy and other issues about CA. So I have been, very supportive of these schemes that were brought in by BJP. So not that I was completely against it. So there are certain ideologies which match. And nothing comes without a baggage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in with a baggage, and I have to make sure that I don't carry the baggage for a very long time. I can't be carrying an extra luggage on my back and going around.
Yeah.
So for me, the biggest plus was BJP accepted me with very, very warm-heartedly. Very warm-heartedly, they accepted me in the party. The kind of respect was shown with when I met Nadaji, or when I met people there in Delhi, or when I came back, and the kind of warm welcome I received at Chennai airport. So I think, and the respect what they show towards me, I think it has been an amazing journey.
Yeah. Have you met Modi ji?
No, I haven't met Modi ji because he has not been meeting anybody due to COVID.
Yeah.
I'm yet to meet Amit Shah ji. I'm yet to meet him. When I went to Delhi, he wasn't there. They were busy with Bihar election. So I couldn't meet him. And then I came back, and then I've been working for the party in Tamil Nadu, been working around the clock for them. So we'll find a time to go and meet him.
How do you find him as a leader, Modi ji?
I heard him for Modi ji, of course. I mean, he's a fantastic orator. No two ways about it. What I really like about him, and I've always liked about him, is the clarity what he has. In opposition, we sit and it's our prime duty to oppose. But the way he handled Palwan, the way he handled the other problems, the way he has handled so many issues what we have faced. I mean, it's easy to say that there's economic crisis. Yeah. World over, we are facing economic crisis. We have seen the worst recession a few years ago, a little over a decade ago. We have seen the worst recession.
Yeah.
But the best thing is the people, the way they look up at him, the kind of trust they have in him. It's very easy for the opposition to say that we are, very religiously based party. But then if we were religiously based party, we wouldn't have won the second time. After all that has happened, we see that, people have been screaming about UP, people have been screaming about Madhya Pradesh, people have been screaming about every other place. But then you see the overwhelming response people have given to Modi ji.
Yeah.
And now even in, very recently you say that you look at Hyderabad, that's supposed to be the base of Muslim society.
Yeah.
But yet we have won from 4 in 2016 to 48 in 2020 within a span of 4 years. So you see the kind of belief people have.
Absolutely.
So that belief, the trust in one leader, which is very important. Till the voters do not trust the leader, they cannot trust the party. You have to win the trust, and Modi ji has completely won the trust of people from all the corners of this country. Yeah. So I think I wouldn't have asked for a better party to be in the way Modi ji has been working, and I think Modi ji is one of the best things that has happened to our country.
And as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, what are the real problems that Tamil Nadu is facing? Khushbu, it's been going on for quite a long time. Could you tell us, what are the problems and how these problems can be, addressed?
See, for the first time, 2021, first when I come to the election, it's going to be a very different election. Nobody has seen Tamil Nadu without the stalwarts. You have not seen an election without Dr. Kalingar. You haven't seen an election without Madam Jayalalitha.
Yeah.
So for the first time, you're going to see an election which is without these two the Dravidian party leaders.
Yeah.
Mr. Stalin is going to be facing the people for the first time as a chief minister candidate.
Yeah.
Though we have our chief minister Edapadi Palanichwamy as a chief minister, but he was elected by the people, not by the people, but his party, by the MLAs. Yeah. So he will be facing the people for the first time as a chief minister candidate. We have Mr. Kamal Haasan. We have Mr. Rajinikanth coming in. So you do not know how the election is going to be.
Yeah.
BJP's growth in Tamil Nadu has been tremendous, especially in the last 1 year, what we see, despite COVID-19, despite the problems, what we see. Wherever you go, the way people have been showing their support towards BJP is completely, takes over you. That warmth, that love, it just engulfs you completely.
Yes.
So it's going to be very different. People are not even talking about Congress anymore because they think it's not even necessary to speak about Congress.
Yeah.
But I think now this election is going to be an acid test for everyone.
Yeah.
So I am not going to say that it's going to be a smooth sailing for BJP. I would say that for even BJP, we are very, very confident of winning. But we all are facing it as if we are facing the elections for the first time.
Yeah.
So I think, in BJP, we completely believe that every election, whether it's a panchayat election, it's a by-poll, it's assembly or Lok Sabha, every election is extremely important to us, and we need to work on those lines. So when we work on those lines, I think we are looking at this election to take it forward.
Yeah.
As the first timers, that okay, we have to win this.
Yes.
When you talk about the problems in Tamil Nadu, I mean, DMK, IDMK, they will be, the blame game will continue.
Yeah.
For us, we are talking about Vikas. For us, we are talking about Atmanirbhar. For us, we are talking about being self-sufficient. We are talking about people to be, to stand on their own feet and fend for yourself. We are not asking you to depend on anybody. And that is why all the schemes that have come in, we have been taking it forward to the people of Tamil Nadu.
Yeah. Now that Rajinikanth is coming in with his own party, you've known Khushbu, you've known Rajinikanth for a long time. And you've known him as a person as well, as an actor as well as a person. Could you just describe, in your own words, about something about him?
I think Rajinikanth sir is a very, very strong person. He will not take a decision until unless he is very clear of himself. The reason why it has taken so many years to announce a political party is because he was a bit unsure. He's not at all a person who would get carried away by listening to somebody. He will
Yeah,
not get carried away or take a decision or get influenced by somebody.
yeah,
He's not kind of a person who would actually get intimidated and say agree to do certain things. We
yeah,
have seen Mr. Rajnikanth in past as to how he works, and even as an actor, how he has been. We have seen his different moods as an actor also, and as a person too. So I think when he's taken a decision, it's good because I'm happy people like Rajni sir and Kamal sir are taking the plunge. We keep talking about a change. We keep talking about things not going in the right way. So rather than sitting out and blaming, I think the best thing is come in. And if you can bring in the change, why not? People like Mr. Rajnikant and Mr. Kamal Haasan definitely can deliver and bring in a change. So why not? I mean, it's wonderful to see both of them into real politics.
yeah. But some people say that Rajinikanth is an outsider. He's a Maharashtrian, and he may not.
Nah,
Yeah,
no. I think it's. I mean, if you look at it, Mrs. Jayalalitha was a Kannadiga.
yeah,
Yeah, when you look at MGR, he was a Malayali.
yeah,
But it's up to the people. I mean, it's easy for few to stand out and say. I mean, nobody till date has ever said that Mr. Rajnikant is a Maharashtrian. People,
yeah.
he is the most loved actor in
Mm.
India. He is a superstar of India. He's not a superstar of Tamil Nadu alone. He's a superstar of India. So people have loved him. And when it comes to art, when it comes to people like Mr. Rajnikant, they're way beyond caste, religion, or being an outsider. He's known as a Tamil actor, and I very proudly say that both Mr. Rajni and Kamal, they are our pride, the pride of Tamil Nadu. That's how I would like to call them.
Yeah. I've had, in fact, as a journalist, I've had a very good experience with Rajnikant. When that was in the time when he was acting with Juhi Chawla and Ravi Chandra was directing the
Oh
movie.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Natagaura
yeah,
Nallavan, Shanti
yeah.
Kranti.
Yes,
Yeah,
Shanti Kranti. Yeah.
yes,
Very, very humble, very down to earth.
yes.
Yeah. But Khushbu, see, in the past few years, we've been hearing a lot of statements from Kamala Haasan, though we all admired him as an actor. I mean, he's intense. He's one of the best actors in India. But sometimes he comes out with statements that somehow seem almost anti-Indian, anti-India. Why has he changed his, changed?
No,
Hmm,
no, Minaji, I think it's a democratic country what we live in, and everybody has their own ideas.
viewpoint.
You start evolving as a person. What probably to you and others might feel it's an anti-Indian statement, to him
Mhm.
it feels very, very democratic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, your thoughts, my thoughts, his thoughts, we need not be on the same platform. And that's the biggest beauty of a country,
Yes.
that everybody can speak different language. Everybody
Yeah.
can address the people in their own way.
Yeah.
I mean, when today Mr. Kamal Haasan, without contesting, if his party commands over 4% of vote bank in Tamil
Yeah.
Nadu, so
Mm.
that shows that there is a section of people who have accepted him.
Yeah.
The minute we start discussing Mr. Kamal Haasan, it shows that he has arrived as a
Yeah.
politician.
Yeah.
Because if he's not going to make a difference, we won't be even wasting a time discussing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another
So
actor. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I think
Another.
that's a beauty about India.
Yeah. Another actor that, I mean, who's made people a little annoyed is also Prakash, who's played the villain. I
Uh-huh.
think a very fine actor, but he
Yeah.
again rubs people the wrong way and gets into the hot soup.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I've known Prakash on a very personal note.
Yeah.
He's a very fine actor, very nice person, very warm person. But again, I would say the same thing. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just like you have people in a position, they have to oppose because they feel it's not right. And here is Prakash who feels that what the government is doing is not right.
Yeah.
It takes time for people to understand. It took me time, I took time to understand the goodness of BJP. I may not be completely in agreement to certain things, but then that's fine. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't have to be just there on the same platform for the heck of it.
Yeah.
But overall, there are things which BJP is doing a great job, and I think that's what, as far as the country is concerned, and I think that's what is important. So probably Prakash, over a period of time, he might understand what it is.
Yeah. As far as Kamal Haasan is concerned, you've also acted in many movies with him. Could you just describe what sort of a person is he?
Well, you shouldn't be asking me this question because Kamal sir is a very, very dear friend to me. On a very personal note, he's a very dear friend to me. But I think Mr. Kamal Haasan is a no-nonsense person. He's clear-headed. He's not at all confused. And he knows what he wants. And he is a go-getter.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that he's a perfectionist.
Yeah.
So when he gets down to do some job, he will make sure that the results are seen.
Yeah. Khushbu, today, the shocking news of this death of VJ Chitra has come as a total this thing, because she had just returned from a shoot at around 2:30 in the night, and they say she committed suicide in a hotel room, and that she was engaged to marry. And so a lot of the people say that it could not have been a suicide, because she was really growing successful, and people loved her. So it could not have been any sort of depression or something that would have made her commit suicide. And I saw your tweet as well, sending condolences as well. The reason why I'm asking you this is because in relation with Sushant Singh's case, there have been a lot of deaths after Sushant Singh died. There were about 14 deaths, people connected to him. And this has raised a lot of eyebrows in Bollywood. And because of this, when the three federal agencies came into it, they discovered that there is a drug nexus to it as well. So there's drug nexus, money laundering, and there's child trafficking. There are a million things connected with this area. So it's been you've been in this film field for a long time. Like you said, it's changed, and there's a very different scenario now. And it's also been discovered that in Kerala, as well as in Karnataka, which is Sandalwood, they've caught a lot of people in the drug nexus. How has it been in the Tamil scene, Khushbu? Do you get, maybe you didn't see it, but people would have told you stories about it?
No, see, for me, I think when it comes to suicide, what unfortunately happened to Sushant or Chitra today, I think, it's just that they feel isolated. They feel lonely despite being with a lot of people around them.
Yeah.
It's just that they don't think they belong here. They feel that they are rejected. There's so much, and it's all related to your mental illness. So until unless you do not address the problem, we still think it's taboo to discuss any kind of mental illness. Because the first thing that is to pagal hai. So, we need to come out of that. You need to show a lot of empathy towards people who are fighting the mental demons, and we don't do it, including the family themselves. They don't want to talk about it because they think it's a stigma. So you don't speak about it. Yeah. So until unless you don't address the issues, we can never solve a problem. To solve a problem, you have to reach to the bottom line of the problem. Yeah. So we need to do that. As far as Chitra is concerned, the police are investigating. There were few injury marks on her face.
Yeah.
So they're trying to find out as to what exactly happened. And I was reading the evening papers. They said that she was actually married to this person, not only engaged. They had registered the marriage. So they were legally married. So we do not know. We can't comment because now it's a police case. Police is investigating. Drugs, I think it has been going around for a very long time.
Yeah.
We're just looking at it now. We need to address that how drugs are easily available.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate that, when it comes to drug, it's linked with only cinema. Out of 100, if you notice, there will be probably 10 people from cinema who will be linked to it. The rest of 90 are the commoners. But those 90 people do not make news. So nothing is written about them. So they highlight the 10 who have been, part of this addiction.
Yeah.
And that is highlighted, tainting the entire cinema industry all over. I wouldn't want to split saying that this is from, this is Hindi, this is Telugu, this is Tamil, this is Kannada or Malayalam.
Yeah.
So overall, the cinema industry, these are the stars who make news.
Yeah.
So when they need something for the front page news, so the names are involved.
Yeah.
But the names of people from where they procure these drugs are never involved. They're never in the forefront. Where those drug peddlers, they get it from, how other people are involved to bring this drug into the market, we never discuss them. So it's a nexus. And rather than blaming the stars alone, I would say that go down to the bottom line and find out where these drug peddlers, they tend to, get these drugs, they procure these drugs.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. It's an addiction. And I think all of us need to come together and address this, because drug addiction is something we have been fighting in our country for a very long time.
Yeah.
There are states in the US which says that it's legal to grow marijuana. So there are places in India where they still grow marijuana.
Yeah.
Because they say it's medicinal, but you never know.
Yeah.
So I think we really need to, differentiate in the kind of drugs which comes under Narcotic Act.
Yeah.
Now you look at the case of Ria's brother. Today the court says that he cannot be actually found guilty for procuring that for having that small amount of drugs. He cannot be held guilty. But then when you look at his career, when you look at his name, his life, okay, you call him a drug addict or you call him a drug peddler, and you call him an abuser. For 3 months he's been in the jail. For over 2 months he's been in the jail, and he loses everything. So his name is completely tarnished. So is he going to get that back? His name is tarnished because he happens to be Riya Chakravarti's brother. But what about those who gave him the drugs? Are we even discussing them? Are we bringing them in the forefront? Are we highlighting their names, their faces? We're not doing anything. So I think, we need to understand that the cops also have to walk the path, and it's a very tight rope, but you have to find a right balance on walking that tight rope, which we at times tend to overlook, overjump, and go the way we feel it's completely comfortable to us.
Yeah. See, Khushbu, I wouldn't agree with you on this because, see, from day one, that is from the day Sushant died, okay, I've been following this case, and I've been following many other cases as well, which is to do with a lot of actresses, actors, and television actors as well, okay. So we found out that there are maximum number of deaths, in television, this thing as well, field as well as in film. And all these people are young actresses or actors who have come into the field with a lot of ambitions from small villages, and they wanted to make their life, but they never expected what they got when they came to Mumbai. Okay, so as you know, now you will, as you see what the way NCB is working, they're working very systematically because they found that the route to it is narcotics, and that leads to money laundering, and that leads to several other things. Ultimately,
Yes.
It leads to a lot of deaths of unwanted people, which means people who cannot fall into the pattern. See, what is a pattern? The pattern is extortion of money. So, for example, in Sushant's case, Sushant became a very successful actor. But then he also fell into certain agencies like Kwan and other agencies where they actually extort money, and they introduce you to people who will ultimately suck you into that life. For example, Sushant was never into drugs, but after he got into connection with Ria, this is all by verified chats that are shown in news channels like Times and Republic. We saw that this family was dragging him into a drug chain, which he was not used to. So there was a purpose because there was a lot of money fleecing. Everything was happening. Of course, these have to be proved, and they'll be proved by all the 3 agencies. This is all happening.
Exactly, Meena. I'm saying, see, there's a drug addiction.
Absolutely.
Okay, when there's an addiction, you need to address that addiction. The rest,
Yes.
it's up to the federal agencies to come up with the proof and prove it to the world. So
Yeah.
everybody is here. Nobody is going to go away. So I would say that don't come to a conclusion till it's proved.
Yeah.
Okay, you are not guilty till you are proved guilty.
Yeah.
So you are
Yeah.
innocent. So I'm saying
Yeah.
let's not
Understood.
change. Let the federal agencies do their work.
Yeah.
Let us do our work by watching and rather than coming up with theories of our own assumptions.
Yeah. But
So
you know
I
what
think
happened again here, Khushbu? See, when you're a personality like Sushant Singh, okay, for example, if in Tamil Nadu it would be someone like MG or someone who's really big, okay, people die for him. In a similar manner, the public reacted to Sushant as though he was their everything. So what happened
yes,
was, what shouldn't, like what you're saying, questions being asked and all that. It is purely the emotional factor, from the public, because they felt that someone innocent had died, and he did not die in a normal manner, but he was killed. So that's why this public uproar, the people asking CID like questions, all came across. And
I still say, Minaji,
yeah,
that it was very unfortunate that Sushant died the way he did.
yeah,
But I want to pinpoint that he was fighting demons in his head.
mm,
So we need to address the problems of the mental illness. We have seen people who have been extremely successful in coming out by fighting these demons in their heads.
yeah,
We have seen people who have made an impact. I mean, who doesn't go through problems?
yeah,
When I came to Chennai, I didn't know anybody. I didn't know ABC. I didn't
yeah,
know XYZ. I didn't know anybody. I was left here alone with my mom and my three older brothers, and I
yes,
was alone fending for them because we didn't know anyone.
yeah,
But yet we made it, and we never got into drugs. We all go through these upheavals of life.
yeah,
We all go through these mental problems. You feel that this is the end of the road and there's nothing beyond it, there's only darkness, but
yeah,
then you have the courage to fight. I think it's just that how people support you, how you look at yourself, the self thing that you want to come out of it,
yeah,
you need to work on that.
yeah,
So when it comes to the cases which are with the narcotics, with the federal agencies, I would always say let them do their job.
yeah,
And we till they don't decide on it,
yeah,
we can't come up with our own conclusions.
yeah,
So let them decide whether it is Chitra, whether it is Sushant, whether it was Silk Smita, or whether it was anybody. I mean, when you look at Savitri Ma, when you look at
or Sri Devi,
Meena Kumar,
or
no,
Sri Devi,
Sri Devi was an accident, but I'm saying when people like Savitri or Meena, I say that was a slow suicide.
yeah,
They knew what they were getting into. They were addicted to alcohol.
yeah,
They were and that's a slow suicide.
yeah,
People have grown from alcohol. It was from alcohol to now drugs. So I
yeah,
think we need to address the mental illness, and
yeah,
only then we will be able to work on that.
yeah, yeah. The problem here again, Khushbu, is see, you were in another era. This is another era where parents are worried about their children. For example, one of the actors said that, see, you have these psychedelic events, in Goa, which got again, which is now very popular in Mumbai and other cities as well, where drugs are distributed to even youngsters who don't even know about drugs. So it's distributed in such a way that they hook even the people, children who are not used to it. And this happens also at clubs and other places. So
But
what
Minaji, I'm
happens?
saying, why are you? No, Minaji, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm saying,
Yeah,
why are you in going that far? We
yeah,
have seen cases where drug-laced chocolates are being sold outside high schools.
yeah,
What is the police doing on those lines? We
yeah,
are talking about these events. You're talking about this places where people go, these kids go to with friends to relax. I
yeah,
am saying, please understand that you have drug is an issue which needs to be fought.
yeah,
We all need to stand together to fight this addiction of drugs. We need to address that issue of drugs. We need to do that.
yeah,
But I'm saying let the people do their job.
yeah,
Let the people do their job. Let's not come up with any kind of conclusions, is all I say.
yeah. Which is what NCB is doing under
Yes,
Modi ji's instructions,
exactly,
and they're
exactly.
doing a good job. You know.
So let them come up with all the details.
Yeah, yeah. So, Khushbu, another thing that came up today after Gunjan Saxena, the movie, which Karan Johar had directed, and it distorted facts, as in the treatment of the different sexes. It was distorted, and people got angry, and the IEF also wrote about it. Now there's another movie in Netflix, which is by Anurag Kashyap,
Okay.
starring Anil Kapoor. So a small promotional video was shown, and where even the uniform was not the right one. Okay, and they were speaking in bad language. So
Okay.
IAF has showed their anger at it, and they said that these scenes should be deleted.
Yeah.
Now, this has become a pattern, Khushbu, because a lot of the movies now, on Netflix, are showing, disrespect to certain religions, and making mocking their deities, and making fun, and also using names that make us feel ashamed. That our religion is being mocked at. Is there a pattern to this? Because it's been like so many movies on Netflix. Lakshmi Bomb, so many movies.
No, I think first we have to stop looking at cinema uh, as a tool to bring out your emotions. Anything in cinema is exaggerated. Okay. Uh, I haven't seen the film, but I haven't seen the promos. But what I heard and what I read, Anurag Kashyap has very clearly said that Anil Kapoor does not play an Indian Air Force officer.
Yeah.
He does not belong to that. It's just while shooting, he comes out. So there's some kind of a clarification from Anurag Kashyap.
Yeah.
Now, we are unfortunately looking at. Hold on. Sorry, you can hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So, we need to understand that we unfortunately losing our, what do you say? We are trying to find faults in anything and everything.
Yeah.
Especially COVID has left us, we were not working. We are under so much of financial, mental stress. People are just looking at something they can latch on to bring out their frustrations.
Yeah.
I'm saying we have seen films being made in the worst manner.
Yeah.
If people do not like it, they're not going to watch it.
Yeah.
Why are we wasting our time in looking at it or even discussing that?
Yeah.
No cinema says, come and watch my film. If audience likes it, they will watch it. Netflix, yes, there is no censor board on Netflix, unfortunately. And I too squirm at the language being used on Netflix. Especially if you're watching a film, you're sitting with your family and watching, then it's like, you're a little uncomfortable. So I don't know if the INB ministry should bring in, kind of a
They're in
sense.
the process. They're already
Yes.
in the
So
process.
they're in the process. Everything on television, whether it's a commercial or what. So we need to bring in a censor board. But the censor board does not mean that you are the authority to decide to bring in a change. That is why you have the certifications.
Yeah.
You have you you have UA, you have PG, you have above 18. So I think we should allow the censor board to take a call, and we should allow the censor board to give the certificate to a film, rather than people, or I would say there are certain people who like to take everything in their hands and talk about it.
Yeah.
I think we should leave it. Government to have one sector which decides whether what should go on air, what shouldn't go on air. And we should leave it to them to do their duty, because the best of people have been given those responsibilities to decide for us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's as simple. If you don't like something, don't watch it. You're not being forced to watch it.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of people have boycotted movies, and the theaters.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I'm saying, exactly. I'm saying perfectly fine. You show your anger by not going to the theater.
Yeah.
Do not show your anger by, bringing in some kind of a problem to the producer just a day prior to the release. Yeah. The movie has been making for a long time. The title of the film. What the film is about. Everything. Yet a day before the release, you start creating trouble. So it's like hijacking, or it's like holding somebody at ransom, which is not acceptable. So it's once the film is about to get released, it's been cleared by the government of India. It is, you have a section It is cleared by the government of India with the people who have been given the responsibilities, knowing very well that what is accepted and what is not accepted, and given a certification for the film according to that.
Yeah.
So you don't show your anger there. You go and show it to the censor board.
Yeah. Khushbu, moving to another side, with your you moved from acting and then had a family, or with children, and then moved to politics. Can you tell me about this transition? How did you move into family life and achieve everything so smooth, everything so smoothly?
Well, I met my husband when I was 25,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to achieve something in life, get financially settled, and then get married and have kids. And I met my husband when I was 25. We got married when I was 30.
Yeah.
So we took 5 long years to finally take the plunge.
Yeah.
But I think my husband was very clear. He said, till he is not financially well off, where he is able to give me the luxuries I'm used to, till he's not able to buy a home of his own, he wouldn't want to take me into a rented house.
Yeah.
So he was very clear with that. And we bought this apartment in 99.
Yeah.
And 2000 we got married. And the transition was very easy because I'm a very, very family based person. I'm not a very party going person. So I love being at home. And my husband is also the same person. We love spending time at home. We might do nothing but sit in front of the TV. If it's cricket, we both love to watch it together.
Yeah.
But otherwise, he would be watching something and I will be playing something on my mobile.
Yeah.
And I love cooking. I love cleaning my home, keeping myself busy. I love gardening. So, I love doing that. So, and both of us love children. So we had kids immediately. So we were very happy that our family was expanding.
Yeah.
And then we built this house where we live now. We had a dream to build a house. So we progressed from being in a big apartment to a bigger house.
Yeah.
We built this place. And I think the family life was, then that's why I took a break from cinema.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be with my kids. I didn't want a nanny at home. I didn't want somebody else, making my kids go to sleep or giving them a bath or feeding them. No. So, it was important that I spend every moment with my kids. So I was there from day one.
What are they doing now?
My older one studies in London. My younger one will be 18 in coming month, Jan. So older one is 20 and the younger one is 18.
Yeah.
So my elder one is here now for her Christmas holidays. She's got a break for a month. Of course, her online classes are still going on, but she was allowed to travel. So she's here with us for a month before she goes back. So I am trying to spend as much time as I can with her.
Yeah.
So family life has been beautiful. Of course, me and my husband, 25 years we have been together. So of course we have had our ups and downs like any couple.
Yeah.
But now my kids have given up. It's like if I tell them, if they know that I've had a tiff with my husband, and say that go and ask your father if he wants this, and they look at me and they said, "You think I'm a postman? Go ask for yourself." So we don't have a choice, but then we start speaking to each other. Yeah. So I think life has been been really blessed to have such a wonderful family. For me, the biggest plus is both my mother-in-law and my mother, they both stay with us in the same house. Yeah. So kids get, both the sides of the grandmother stories. Yeah. And, the culture of being into a Muslim family and a very staunch Hindu family. So they have culture of both the families together. So it's been a huge plus for us.
You say you love cooking. What is your favorite dish?
I love cooking. I mean, I make biryani, I make anything, whatever the kids want. I try my hand at Chinese, then I try to do something continental. I bake well. I make a lot of sweets. If you ask me my favorite dish, I think kids love when I make something in Chinese, as simple as sweet and sour, or when I'm making dal palak or dal gosht, or biryani. Sambar sadam is something I'm very, very well known for. Yeah. And any kind of sweet dish, sivaiya, kheer, caramel custard, all of that. So I think whatever my family likes, I cook for them.
We've also seen, Khushbu, that you meet with some of the yesteryear actresses. It's like a reunion where you meet all these actresses, so Suhasini and Radha and all that. Could you tell us something about that and what you all discuss when you all meet?
That I won't be able to tell you what we discuss. Okay, it's a group of 80s. We have friends. We are friends, almost 30 to 36 of us in that group, and we have a WhatsApp group. So most of them are on that WhatsApp group. So we are there every day. What we do, what are we going to do next? And if we are upset, we share our feelings. Yeah. So, like I was saying, that when you have a mental problem, you should reach out to somebody. Yeah. When you have good friends. So we always talk about each other. We meet, we talk. Now, of course, in COVID, we were not able to celebrate our reunion this year. We have put on hold, and we look forward to it, celebrate it next year. Yeah. But then all of us are connected with each other, and we keep speaking to each other. And then we try to catch up somewhere, we say that, okay, let's go meet up. Whoever, I mean, not necessarily that everyone, but whoever is around, we try to catch up. We try to meet up for a coffee or tea or somewhere. Let's go shopping together. So we all, like very recently, myself, Suhasini, Radhika, Lissy, Purnima Bhagiraj and Ambika, we all were like, went sari shopping. Yeah. So, we love to spend a lot of time with each other. It helps us a lot.
Who is the most active in the group?
All of us. All of us, you name it. I mean, Suhasini, myself, Lissy, Radhika, Jackie Shroff, Poonam Dhillon, everyone. I mean, Telugu stars, Naresh or Rahman, you name it. And we all are like texting each other.
Do you do husband bashing also?
At times, yes. That's part of the game.
Okay, here's a question. Let's see what the one about Kannada. Can you just take that? Yeah. Another question is, you have you interacted with actors like Shivaji Ganeshan or MGR anytime?
No, and of course, Shivaji Pa, I have met him a couple of times, but I've never had the chance to work with Shivaji Pa in any film. Neither I had, I was fortunate to meet Dr. MGR at any point of my life. So,
but what is your opinion about them? Could you tell us something about what you feel when you see them on screen?
So the kind of persona Mr. MGR had, it's there for the world to see. I mean, he was the most worshipped leader, actor, and then the leader. Yeah. In Tamil Nadu. So I think it's very important to know the kind of his career. When you look at it, his films, you would never see he holding a cigarette in his hand. You would never see he chasing a woman. You would never see he speaking double meaning lines. Yeah. I think his career was completely systematically planned as to what he's going to do next. The kind of image he wanted to build on screen. Yeah. A boy next door image, loved by women, loved by mothers. They say that, okay, he's my son, he's my brother, he's one of us, especially with women. So I think it was very planned that what he wanted to do. Whereas Mr. Shivaji Ganeshan was an actor par excellence who wanted to, diversify in different, the roles he played. I mean, even today, whoever wants to come into cinema, they always want to speak his lines and see whether they can, at least try to speak the kind of lines he has spoken. The way his gait, the walk, the laughter, every film were a masterpiece. You could easily make out that this is Parasakti, this is Karnan, this is Pasamalar, this is a different film. So he was a very, very methodical actor. And for him, cinema was everything.
Yeah. You've acted in, you say, more than 200 movies. Which were the actors that you admired who were really gentle, more like gentlemen in the Tamil industry, who behaved very well with women and respected them?
I know. See, for me, nobody looked at me as an actor. For me, I was a friend. Even to my male actors, I was a friend. I mean, I would say that, listen, guys, there's a woman around, and they would say, yeah, where do we see a woman in the group? So that is how I have always been with them. But I think people who have been extremely chivalrous, if you're talking about that,
Yes.
then I would say Mr. Prabhu takes the cake. He is an extremely chivalrous, very, very well-behaved person. Then Mr. Kamal Haasan, you feel the safest with Mr. Kamal Haasan around. Nobody would even dare to play a fool around with you or misbehave with you with Mr. Kamal around. The same goes with Arjun, very, very well behaved.
Yeah.
Sharad Kumar, you feel so comfortable in his company. You can be just yourself. You can let yourself go. You can just be yourself with Sharad around. So there have been actors who have been extremely chivalrous, and they make you. It's just that how you start interacting with them, how you behave with them. Like Rajni sir, I have been extremely comfortable with Rajni sir, but I've always held a little distance from him. I don't know, probably I was in awe of him, or his his aura of being the superstar or something that precedes. So we do maintain a little. He's a very, very good friend. He's very well known to me. I'm very comfortable with him, but probably I'm not as close to him as I'm with Kamal sir, or as close to him as I'm with Sharad Kumar. We, it's just that the persona which is there.
Yeah. See, the kind of camaraderie that you share with your, your friends, the other actresses, is something you won't find in Bollywood, because no actress likes to even spend a few minutes with another actress. It's very different in Bollywood, So what we see when
I
we
don't think so. I don't think so. I have seen these young girls who are from Bombay and Telugu, and they're extremely comfortable with each other.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking. I'm talking about Bollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. See, we don't know. I mean, just because they don't display their emotions in public, they don't put out their pictures where they're spending time with each other. I think it would be very wrong for us to assume and say that, or they don't have this 80s group, where we flaunt what we think about each other.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
80s,
yeah. So they don't have, but I'm sure they have their close relationship. Like when you talk about, Poonam Dhillon and Padmini Kolhapuri, they have been friends for ages. Manisha Koirala and Dipti Nawal, they have been friends for ages.
Yeah,
so
that's
you do share.
another generation. Yeah.
No, even today, I think everybody is busy with their work. They're extremely busy with their work. They have their promotions, they have their ads, they have their commercials to shoot, movies, this, that. So, and one is, when you talk about the top three heroines, what you talk about, probably Deepika and Anushka and Priyanka, all three in different zones. So, I mean, it's not possible for them, but you don't know, just because they don't take a selfie together and post it, does not mean that they don't share a very healthy relationship.
Yeah. There was a time when you, towards the end, when you must have got fed up of acting, or the routine and all that. When did that time come in your career?
Never. Never, because if that time had to come, I wouldn't be here. I am what I am. You know me as Khushbu because what cinema has given me.
Yeah.
People know me. Yeah, my cinema has been my bread, butter, jam family. I found my husband because of cinema.
Which means you still do movies?
See, doing movies is something, it's a very personal decision, because I want to spend time with my family. I want to give a lot of time to politics. And if you're going to be extremely busy with movies, then you can't do politics. You can't be sailing on two boats at the same time. Once in a blue moon, doing a film once in 10 years is fine. That's what I did. Once in 10 years, I did a Telugu film.
Yeah.
I might do a Tamil film after 10 years again. So that is fine. I do television, and that is because most of the television things what I've done have been my own production. So it makes it easy for me that I can go at 10, I leave my kids at school, get up in the morning, cook, get them ready, drop them at school, and then go to my shooting location. And even my shooting spots, I'm very clear that I don't work after 6 in the evening. I don't work on Sundays at all. So it's comfortable for me when I'm doing my own production.
Yeah.
So that is why I love to do my production. But television is comfortable for me. But again, I am not shooting like 30 days continuously for a month. No, I don't. I take breaks in between.
Another actress from the South, Vijay Shanti, has also joined BJP. So
Yes.
what is this love that BJP has for actresses?
No, I think it's the other way around. What is it that we women find so comfortable being in BJP? That's how the question should be put across. See, every
Yeah.
thinking person, I would say that, once you start understanding what the party is about,
Mm.
what our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji is about, then the transition becomes very easy for us to understand and, for us to come into the fold. Of course,
Yeah.
Shanti has been part of BJP earlier, so
Yeah.
she knows when L. K. Advani ji was there,
Mm.
she has been part of BJP.
Yeah.
So she would have realized that now, BJP has been doing extremely good work.
Yeah.
So like I found the transition easy. For her, it will
Yeah.
be much more easier.
Yeah.
For her, it is the actual coming back home for her.
What are the important principles in a party that you look up to, that maybe you didn't find in Congress, but you hope to find in BJP?
So the basic principle is, what can you do for the country? Why
Yeah.
are you in the party? Why is the party
Yeah.
chosen by the voters to lead the country? Why do the people choose one leader who they can look up to and trust that leader completely?
Yeah.
The trust comes when they know that this leader is capable of taking the country forward.
Yeah.
The trust comes when they know this party is capable of safeguarding them.
Yeah.
The trust comes when the people feel that I am growing as an individual. I see a financial growth in me.
Yeah.
I see my growth as a person. I'm treated equally.
Yeah.
Once you start seeing that growth, then it makes it very easy. And I think it's the same thing where I felt that, when you talk about Vikas, when you talk about Mudra loan, when you talk about the farmers'
Yeah.
policies, I mean, when you look at farmers' policies, the same Congress was actually talking about, in 2019, they were talking about in their manifesto, where they said that we will make sure that the AMPC does not, is not applicable anymore. We will make sure that, that we will get rid of that AMPC. But then now they're singing a different tune. The same DMK in 2016, they had it in their manifesto that they will make sure that the farmers can sell their produced a market to anybody they want without the middleman.
Yeah.
So imagine a farmer when he probably is, growing tomatoes and he is selling at hardly 4 rupees a kilo to the middleman. Okay. But that middleman is selling it to the market at 80 rupees a kilo.
Yeah.
And that market sells back to the people at 100 rupees a kilo.
Yeah.
So how much is the middleman making? And what is the farmer making? The amount of hard work, sweat, blood that goes in of a farmer in producing tomatoes,
Yeah.
he gets just 4 rupees per kilo.
Yeah.
Why is that the farmer himself, why can't he sell this to the market directly at 80 rupees a kilo? Because it's hard work and sweat. So this is the whole idea, that there's no middleman.
Yeah.
The farmers are comfortable where they can sell their product directly.
Yeah.
And this is what DMK and Congress have been talking about, saying that we will make sure that this middleman business does not exist. But today, because we are able to bring in that scheme and we have implemented it,
Yeah.
now they have a problem with the same.
Yeah.
So I tell every political party in the opposition who keep raising questions, stop playing these dirty politics in the name of religion, in the name of farmers, in the name of education of our students.
Yeah.
The day we stop playing these dirty politics, India is going to flourish.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Khushbu, for your time and being with us. Viewers are also thanking you for being with us. Maybe we'll do another session later on. Thank you.
Sure, we'll do that. Thank you. Pleasure speaking to you.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.